Hey guys, thanks for visiting this fairy tale life. Today is home improvement day around here. And I'm going to be tackling the pantry. When I open this up, I have to say, it's a little scary what you're going to find inside. So have a look and no judging. So everything needs a home, and I'm going to make that happen today. It's going to take me a bit. I got some really cute bins from the Dollar Tree, of course, and that's just going to help make this magic happen in here. So you're going to be hearing some power wheels in the back. That's just the kids in the neighborhood. Don't mind that. These are the bins that I found that we're going to be using. I like to use white, Scandinavian white. It makes everything look so clean. So for the pantry, I love lots of white. So I found a whole bunch of these bins. I have about 8 of these. Good size, nice rectangular shape. You're going to see why I like the rectangle in a little bit. And then again, these same ones from my hall closet organizational video. I used an apricot and cream collapsible bin, and it really, really helped to organize. I'm thinking about doing some baking stuff, a lot of flour, kind of the bigger things in here. I also pulled all those ball jars, which you saw in my last video on organization, out of the closet because they weren't working in there, but they work really nice in the pantry. And what I love about the pantry with ball jars is it's just, I like to make things look really pretty and kind of like country style. So that's something we're going to be working with too. So in order to use the ball jars, I need loose things and things that I have a lot of. So for example, my Cheerios, the cute pink ones for Valentine's. I thought this would be nice in here. Anyway, I always like it to look like I'm kind of doing wedding planning or party planning, and that inspires me to go into my closet, into my pantry, excuse me, and go, I want to use that today, or I'm interested in baking today. So making it pretty is kind of my first and foremost objective, and then secondly is making sure it all makes sense in an organized, orderly fashion. But so loose things like this, another loose thing, animal cookies, again, no judging. Yes, I did get these at the Dollar Tree. They're actually pretty darn good. So loose things like these, things that I think are pretty, are going to go in the ball jars. In the other bins, it's more about practicality, bigger things in these bins. And let's see what we should put in here. Maybe canned goods could go in a rectangular bin. In some of my other videos, I showcase this cute gold bin in a round and a rectangular shape, and one even for like a filing cabinet. I'm finding these are fun to like add a little pop of style to my pantry. And this isn't how it's going to look in the end. We're going to look a little more organized than this little pile up here. But anyway, check out this bin. They're really cute. I really like to get things out of boxes. So it's just easy to grab. And these are amazing protein-wise. I said this in my other organizational video too. Always wipe your bins. Get everything nice and clean, including your shelves. Clean it all out. Maybe even line your shelves with a shelf liner, which I might do too. We're going to wait and see how inspired I really am for this project. Here are the cute shelf liners with roses. I showed you this before too. I'm actually thinking that I'm inspired to put these in at least one of the shelves. And I'll probably double it up because they're not that wide. It's like a foot wide. So I'll probably double that up. So when I grocery shop, I like to grocery shop for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. I like to pretend that I live in a remote cabin. I have a huge freezer in my garage. I can show you that later. And a pretty decent sized freezer in my regular fridge. But I just like to feel like I'm ready for anything. If I get snowed in here in California, Central Coast, I'm ready. So these are great for cans. I'm actually realizing 6 across, maybe double them up if you have to, but I can definitely squeeze these in here. I might even put them on their sides, stack them that way too. Anyway, so for me, I like fresh produce, don't get me wrong. But again, with the whole cabin thing, I like to be ready for anything. And sometimes I like to really push into that last week and the 3rd week and push myself all the way through that week without going to the store. So it's kind of like the last the 3rd week challenge. How long can I go without going to the store? Well, with a little one, I have to make sure she's getting her fruits and vegetables, even if some of them are coming from a can, but it really allows me to stretch that budget and shelf cook. You know what shelf cooking is, right? Shelf cooking is cooking from what's on your shelf, what's left over in your fridge, and I love to do that on the 3rd week to push myself as far as I can go to save as much money as possible. So I get mandarins and pears. These are like my go-to things where I'm doing the whole cabin grocery shopping list. Sliced beets work out amazing for this family. I get lots of cream of mushroom, cream of chicken for casseroles. Maybe I'm a little old-fashioned. Call me old-fashioned. And black beans. I get lots of beans. Garbanzo, kidney, and I kind of stock up on the bean thing. And then once in a while, I'll grab, oh, where is it? I'll grab some stewed tomatoes, diced tomatoes or something like that. So if I need to make a marinara, sauce for my pasta dish, I'm ready to go with some kind of ingredient. So that's what I do if I'm doing my cabin grocery list. So I'm living in the remote cabin and I want to stretch my budget all the way through for 3 weeks. It can be done, it's easy. So with the bins, I'm going to do 1 for canned fruit, 1 for cream of soup, like cream of chicken, cream of mushroom for my casseroles, 1 for beans, and 1 for canned vegetable. So one thing I found that would be great for the ball jars is our Quaker oats. So easy, and I have a ton of them. So those will look really pretty in there and easy to pour out and whatnot. Also later, I'm going to be doing a video on how to make a headband stand out of these simple little containers. It's a total lifesaver for organizing your daughter's wild accessories. So we got to pull out this whole shelf. This one is my first zone of attack. This is where I'm going to house most of my bins with the canned goods. And then I'm going to lay down the pretty roses because I'll really be able to see it on this shelf. One thing that's fabulous is I already found a random pineapple chunk can and some random beans back there, which I didn't even know I had, and they were hidden in the back of the mess. Kitty needs her own bin too. Special little kid. I know you're gonna think I'm disgusting and nuts, but folders is actually great to have around for the cabin because guess what? When I run out of real coffee, I can go to this stuff and I'm never gonna run out of coffee because I've got this stuff laying around. So, when you go to the cabin, sometimes you add things like this and Crystal Light and things that you wouldn't necessarily really eat on a regular basis. Let's line this puppy. I like the roses on this shelf because I'm really gonna see it. Okay, I'm gonna see it here and I'm definitely gonna see it on the lower 2. So these 2 and this one. This one maybe, not so much. If I have extra, I'll do that, but I'm definitely gonna hit the middle zone with these. So this is the stuff that sings to me. Really fun straws, paper straws, in little pitchers and things like that. This is the stuff I want to see in my pantry in certain areas. I want to feel inspired when I go in there, like I'm throwing a party. I feel like that's looking really nice and clean, and it's adding some, just a sweet kind of country style to my pantry, which I love, a country style in an old-fashioned house, which I don't have an old-fashioned house, but I want to feel that way in my kitchen. These bins worked perfectly in this pantry, like they were meant for this pantry. They fit perfectly across. I told you this in my hall closet organizational video that binning is what it's all about. If you don't have this stuff, you're gonna have a really hard time organizing anything in your house. Get cheap bins, make it work. You need a home for each thing. When I find things like this, it's like, oh, 5 wheat bins and 5 Triscuits. Instead of trying to store this, I'm just gonna clothespin it, put it on the countertop, and somebody has to eat this today. Everybody's got ramen in their pantry. No judging. Be sure to take your little rice packets and combine them because now I have a whole cup, which is what I need for my rice. I love it when I'm going through my pantry and I find like a completely empty bin that's like humongous and taking up the whole thing. Berry Cheerios. First item in the ball jars. If it doesn't all fit, somebody needs to have a snack today. Remember to keep your container for my headband video that's coming up soon. Ta-da! Looks so much better in this. My baking department is going to be my huge hit zone. I've got so much stuff just sitting around. Coconut flakes. I've got baking up in the cabinet over there, and I've got a whole bunch of bulk flour and sugar down below. I'm going to put heavy stuff down below, and it's time to bring all of this together so it lives together and I can actually find it. The baking section is getting the collapsible bins because they're big. They're going to hold a lot, and I can put them down below, which is where I have my heavier stuff like the huge flour sacks. So I have an entire huge basket full of all my disposable silverware. Time to make it look pretty in one of these cute country little bins, and it's gonna go up top in my more like party section. Wow, I just saved, look at this huge bin. This much room is now freed up because it fit into this. I'm gonna make tea out in the sunshine. Just a little pro tip, we can save so much waste by just getting popcorn in bulk, add a little coconut oil, pop it in a big pot, agitate, and I have to say, you save so much money by getting these, and then it doesn't have the added salt and butter, so you can add whatever you want, and you're gonna be a lot healthier if you have this kind of popcorn. Another fun tip, with your popcorn, homemade popcorn, use these. It's just a sweet way to have popcorn with your kids. Or movie night, gotta have these, they're so fun. I'll link to them below. So I have a ton of miscellaneous cereals. This one is just like exploding out the seams of every bin. So I'm gonna put them in my new bin, and maybe eventually kind of crunch them up and do like a topping for a snack ball or something like that, or mix them together and enjoy that fun new cereal that we just made. I'm just gonna take all of these cereals and roll them together, getting the air out, of course. And then I'm just gonna clip it shut with one of my clothespins. That's easy. I'm doing a bin for condiments, so it's gonna be like tartar sauce, barbecue sauce, even honey, my almond butter, extra chocolate sauce, that kind of stuff. Just stuff that you would use randomly in your meals. So this is kind of a random container of things, but I'll know to look in there if I'm looking for salad dressing backups or ketchup and whatnot. Gotta do a pasta bin. Everybody loves pasta, especially the little, so a whole bin of all pasta. I keep an entire shelf for this Presto griddle, which I'm gonna link to below because it's absolutely incredible. I can cook so many pancakes and like a whole package of bacon on this thing at one time. It's changed my world. I also do all my turkey burgers, all my steaks, everything on this. So I will link to it below. It's amazing. We did a Minnie Mouse cafeteria when my daughter was going to be staying at home this year, and I got this really fun tray, and it's just been really super cute. And I've done like little Mickey watermelon cutout shapes, or like Rice Krispies in a Minnie Mouse cutout, and it's just fun to have the little compartments, and it's also super sturdy, so I'm going to link to this below too. Here it is from top to bottom. I have the baking at the bottom, my griddle, and a few baking trays and baking materials. I have a few, my griddle, my turkey roasting pan, cake pops, stuff like that, things I need for parties. To snacks, I've got, you know, dried fruits. Sorry, that's my cat talking to us. Almonds, seaweed, yes, no judging, the top ramen, and some other like kind of little sugary snacks. Up here I have all the canned goods that we talked about before, fruits, beans, etc. Super easy for me to reach in and grab them, so that's good. So I can just grab them out of here. a cat food container, condiments, pasta, and random cereals. This is, you know, stuff for like kind of parties, or the trays that I use for my coffee and stuff. Some bulk items here in the top shelf, think bars, cereals, oats, cookies, and sun tea, kind of bulk items in the jars, popcorn stuff. Anyway, this is everything finally all organized, and I am utterly thrilled with this. This is exactly what I needed. Oh yeah, this is a kill zone. This was amazing. So look at this. It's like molasses, everything I need for baking, and then a few things in the back, my vinegars and stuff, flour. I mean, it's just so nice to have it all in one area. I was unable to get the fruit bin in here, so my fresh fruit bowl doesn't get to live in here. That's the only thing I really took out, but other than that, I'm super happy with this. Thanks for organizing your pantry with me today on this fairy tale life. Be sure to subscribe and like this video, and stay tuned for more each week. And follow us on Instagram. You'll see the link to these products and to Instagram in the details below this video. See you soon. Thanks for visiting. Bye.